Hello YouTube, this is Alexander again. Today on the bench I have this little Class D amplifier coming from AliExpress. I have it since few days and I was waiting to make some review about that. And today I am doing a review about this Class D amplifier. What I want to talk about this amplifier is, firstly, this is an absolutely amazing amplifier. It's literally blew my mind, and I think it will be a very nice thing to share with people who are interested to build some project like a Bluetooth speaker using battery or squirt batteries or some stuff like that. And sometimes you need some advices to help you to choose an amplifier to make your project, because as you know, sometimes things are sold on internet with false specification, and it can be very useful to make some video to help people to choose between some amplifier or other stuff. And this review is to show you the efficiency of this very nice amplifier. Of course, as you can expect, the specs of this amplifier are not so high than you can find on the internet, but here I'm going to show you that despite of it, you can find here enough power to create your purpose on any project. If you are like me, searching for some amplifier to make some Bluetooth speaker project, because this is a fashion. This is nowadays fashion to make some Bluetooth speaker. As you can see on the YouTube, you can find lots of homemade speaker, and you absolutely need a Class D amplifier like this. Of course, you can find on AliExpress or eBay some little stuff which includes the SD card, USB flash reader, and radio FM integrated all in one. And also you can find some stuff which can have a little amplifier. So sometimes you don't need an amplifier to make your Bluetooth speaker. But in my case, I want to build a very high power speaker, Bluetooth speaker, for better efficiency, for high fidelity sounds. And for this you need an outskirt amplifier like this one. The good thing with this one, it's used very low voltage, which can be connected to a lithium battery or some different battery, the battery you want, you can connect it on this stuff. And this device is able to work from exactly 9 volt to 26 volt. On the sites which sold this amplifier, they said you can feed this amplifier by 12 volts. But I tested this amplifier with 9 volt voltage, and it's worked nicely with 9 volt voltage. And the 9 volt is the voltage you can have when you use 3 lithium-ion battery together. And of course, why I'm narrating this stuff, it's because sometimes you can use this amplifier on 9 volt configuration, on 12 volt configuration, or maybe on 24 or 26 volts. The difference of the working of this amplifier, it's the standby current. If you use a high voltage, you in the same way you use a standby current which is more higher than lower voltage. If you use this device on 12 volt, you can consider that this amplifier is working on eco mode. And of course, if you supply this amplifier with 26 volts, which is the maximal voltage you can supply to this amplifier, you can consider that you are using your amplifier at the maximum power you can you can use it. And also you have your standby current, which is increasing in the same time than the power supply. So in my purpose, I need to use this Class D amplifier in two modes. One eco mode, the first mode is the eco mode, and the second mode is the full power mode. How it's working, it's simply because you can connect this amplifier directly to 3 cells batteries, lithium batteries which can give 12 volts, the mean of 12 volts voltage on this amplifier. And also you can connect this amplifier to a booster which is able to provide 26 volt or 24 volts to this amplifier to use it on the very high power configuration. So to be quick, I have to tell that this amplifier have 3 ways. You have the bass way here. I'm going to give you a close loop here. So here this is the bass output, and here you have the right output, and here you the left output. On the datasheet of this amplifier, you will have here 100 watts and 60 watt here, 60 watt here. So how to consider those kind of watts? This is the purpose of this video actually. First of all, I want to tell you that I have already tested this amplifier, and I use here on my bench. I'm going to give you some look about that. You can see here those speakers, which are Mitsubishi 8 ohm speaker. You can see here. You can see the speaker. It's a high fidelity speaker coming from the 80s, and it's a very, very nice speaker. It's very hard to find some speaker like this now because they are very old, and they was used by lots of people using listening some funky music, jazz music, hard rock, etc. This is not the same speaker than today. And I love the speakers because this is the speakers of my childhood. So you can see on this amplifier the coil output, which are here. This is a kind of filter to filter the high frequencies coming from this amplifier. And so you have here some rotary potentiometer, which I think are a real potentiometer, because this is not an encoder potentiometer. This is a real potentiometer. And so this one is used to balance between the bass and the two speakers. The main speakers, which are here, the Mitsubishi I told you earlier, are actually for the medium and treble sounds. And this button here is mainly to drive here this bass speaker, because I don't have special bass speaker. I use this 4 ohm speaker to connect on the bench, on the board. And so with all this button, this is the main volume actually. This button here is the main volume. This one is the main volume. So you can put here a micro SD card, which works perfectly actually, because I tested yet. And in this board you will have this kind of connection, which is very classical in some electronic device, which are like this actually. This one is very a powerful plug to withstand a lot of current. So
Bluetooth mode.
Okay, you can also use this kind of connection to use simple wires to supply your board. So here you have your LED, which is searching for a Bluetooth network. You have also the remote, which is provided with the package, and you can see then you can turn on or switch off your devices with this remote. Of course, this remote has not a battery. You need to put a battery yourself. This is this kind of battery inside, and you can choose the volume. You can increase, decrease the volume. You have also an equalizer. You have a 5 mode or 6 mode equalizer here for to choose between bassy sounds or crisp sounds as your test, you know. And of course here you have the forward button and the backward button, and here you have the mode button for to choose between the external input, the SD card, micro SD card, or the Bluetooth mode. This is the button for it. So what I have to tell here is this amplifier has a very, very crisp and nice sound. But you need to understand that you absolutely need to use to have some bass. You need a boomer, because the outskirts speakers, which are left and right, are made to give you the treble and the medium range of the sounds. So
the Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
as you can hear on this video, the sound is absolutely amazing, and it's very sharp and clear, and I think this is a very nice amplifier, which is hi-fi. Undoubtedly this is an hi-fi amplifier, So if you need some amplifier to make some project for your bench or for any device you want to drive with, you can use this kind of amplifier. On the supply of this amplifier, I put this toroidal transformer, because this is not a toroidal, this is a toroidal core actually, because Class D amplifier are able to put some noise, and in this case it's produce high frequency parasites, and it gives a strange behavior in my equipment, electronic equipment. So I had to put this toroidal to eliminate the noise coming from this amplifier. So now let's see how much power it's able to provide on a little dyno amplifier. Here I want to show you that this amplifier is able to work with the simple voltage of 8 volts, and listen to the sound, it's clear and clean for only 8 volts minimal value. If you go under 8.3, it doesn't work anymore. You absolutely need to give to this amplifier the minimal voltage of 9 volts. This is the minimal voltage, and this voltage means that you can use 3 lithium cell batteries until they reach 3 volts each. And you can see the sound. This is what I call the eco mode. If you want to chip out lots of energy coming from your battery, you can feed your amplifier with 9 volt only, and also you can see that it uses a 70 milliamps current, like the seller told in their site. Here we use the amplifier with the highest volume, and you can see there is absolutely no wear, no hiss coming from the speakers, and this is a good thing to know, because sometimes when you want to be your speaker quiet when there is no sound, if you look very closely, if you listen very closely, you can listen a very low noise, barely heardable, but it's perfect for me, I think. Here we have the 100 Hz tones sent on the amplifier by Bluetooth, and it's connected to the main, as you can see, this power supply, which is able to feed this amplifier. So let's see with 100 Hz how much current it's possible, how much power it's possible to have according the good scene on this scope. So let's turn up the volume. And see. You can see the saturation just near, and you can see here 58 volts, 58 watts. You can see here 58 watts on the bass output here. Let's try the power with another tone. Here we have 1000 tone, and you can see here it's a square wave, so we need to reduce the volume, and you can see here for 1000 Hz you can see 60 watt RMS on this dummy load. Just here, this is the value for the bass output, but here the amplifier begins to be very hot at this very hard, harsh test. So Let's try now the other channel here. So during this test I had to put a fan on this amplifier because with the sinusoidal tests it's provides a lot of heat and it becomes very hot. So for more secure I put this little fan on it. We are going to test now the power with the other channel, which is actually the right or the left channel, which is simply we need just to multiply it by 2 to have the power at the right and the left, and we need to add all this value to have the power amplifier, the total of the power amplifier. So let's see. Okay, here we are using the 100 Hertz test tone to see the power of the left channel, and you can see here you can have for the moment 8 watts and a nice sine wave here. Okay. Okay, it's stable. It's stable at 30 watts, and if we go over 30 watts, it's cut the signal. Actually, it's cut the signal to protect the board. So we have here a protection against lots of watts. So here you will see, okay, 11 watts, 20 watts, and it's going to cut the signal. When I will go to 30 watts, it's cut the signal. 30 watts, it will cut the signal. 37, it's cut the signal. Okay, we need to dim a little bit the signal to keep the power output. There is some protection. Here we have 21, it's stable, and we have now 30 watts, and the sine wave is perfect on the scope. We have here 30, 40, and it cuts the wave. So this is a protection. So what we can say about this amplifier, it has 60 watt RMS on the base output, and it has 30 watts RMS on the left and right channel on 4 ohm. This is the power of this amazing little amplifier here. The value is not stable because there is some degrees of volume. It's hard to have the perfect degrees to keep the power going on. If we try to repeat this, you can see here 28 watts, which is very stable actually. And if I try to increase a little bit the volume, you can see it's significantly increased and it cuts the power. So we have at the output 30 watts RMS on this Class D amplifier. So this test gives, we have here rated according to the seller of this amplifier, 100 watts here, 60 watts, 60 watts, and after the test, so the bench test, you can see you have here 30 watt RMS, 30 watt RMS, and 60 watt RMS here, nearly 60 watt RMS here. This is the real RMS watt you can find on this board. And if you want to buy this stuff, I can tell you it's very nice for the price. You have not to hesitate to purchase this stuff because it has a very nice remote. You have some 5 or 6 point equalizer band, and you have here to put your micro SD card. You have a real potentiometer here, and you have also the volume on the remote. It's a very nice product. I think to use this stuff to build my own Bluetooth speaker, which with some speakers and with a boomer, and I intend to use this stuff to make my little project. So it was Alexander again. I hope you like this video, and of course I hope it helps you to purchase the amplifier you want. Of course, this is the bonus. I have also another Class D amplifier which can be useful to be tested on the little dyno amplifier. It's nearly the same, but it has no SD card input. It has only auxiliary line here. It's a three-way amplifier, and it's give nearly the same power than this one, but it's a nice thing to try how much RMS watts have really this amplifier. So be careful when you connect this kind of content, even if it has some diode protection here. This is a high power Schottky diode protection against backward connection, and this is a very nice, very nice amplifier for the price. If you intend to use it for 24 o'clock at full tilt, in full throttle, maybe you need to put a little fan on it, because at sine wave, at full volume, it can be very hot, as I had to put this little fan on it to protect it. So also what I can tell, maybe to use it properly, you can have to replace this capacitor by bigger one, because maybe it's enough, but I think even the power supply which is here needs to be filtered with a high power capacitor to give a nice filtered DC supply to this amp. And also maybe you have to add a little toroidal on the wire power supply to protect your equipment against high frequency Class D mode, because of this amplifier use 400 kilohertz of switching power supply to give you the supply you want. And so this amplifier is very nice. It has a protected output, so you can purchase it with your blind eyes, if I can tell. So it was Alexander again. I hope you like this video, and see you soon.